Hello everybody, it's Elisa here. So today I want to talk about the starvation symptoms in eating disorder. And I think this is a so important subject because many people don't realize that the many eating disorder symptoms are actually the symptoms of your body being starved and your body being deprived. And these are actually the symptoms that come with dieting. And people think that eating disorder is only like a mental issue and you have to dig deep in your like past issues or your like life problems or your emotion issues, or there is like something wrong in you like mentally. But people don't realize that if you starve your body, you actually have many, like even like all of the eating disorder symptoms. And these are the symptoms of starvation, not the symptoms of eating disorder. So that's why I dedicated my book to like diet-induced eating disorders, because if we don't stop dieting, then we can't stop eating disorders. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard of anybody who has like the eating disorder issue and they haven't restricted their foods or haven't done any dieting or any like food control or anything. It's called like eating disorder for a reason, like eating disorder. If you have like body image issues or issues like emotionally or with your like past life or something, then yes, this is like a serious problem. But this is like another issue. It's like not eating disorder issue. If you hear this starvation symptoms, then you can actually see like what the dieting does to your body, and you will create all the eating disorder symptoms. So I don't know, I hope you can understand like what I mean, because when we think that eating disorders are only emotional issues and we have to, I don't know, correct everything from ourselves like emotionally or fix everything in our life in order to have no eating disorder, then we are starting from the wrong place. We have to first eliminate all restriction, all dieting, all deprivation, and then you will actually realize that the many eating disorder symptoms will also go away. And these kind of symptoms I will talk about today. So if I look down, then it's because I have my computer here. I don't want to forget anything. And I just went through like all the symptoms that are symptoms of starvation. So maybe you can have many light bulb moments and you realize that, maybe I don't have like a mental disease, like an eating disorder is commonly labeled. Maybe it's just a side effect of a restriction, side effect of starvation. And yes, even when you feel that you maybe had bulimia, not like anorexia, you didn't were like underweight or anything, I came from bulimia. Even when you feel that, but I binged, like in my eating disorder, I binged all the time and I can't have like starvation, like this is not for me. But actually when you had bulimia, maybe you purged, maybe you did like over exercising. There is so many other things that can lead to starvation. Also like food related fear and always controlling what you eat, and I don't know, skipping meals or doing occasional fast or water fast or juice cleanses, or I don't know, 30 days on raw or whatever, you are still like deprived and you can still develop all the starvation symptoms. And also if you always do this like yo-yo dieting, you eat enough and then you starve again, then your metabolism, your hormones go out of whack and your body slows down and it starts to eat itself. When you starve your body, even if in your head you are only like occasionally or like very like moderately or whatever, you are still doing like a damage to your body and your body cannot function this way. So anyway, I try to not ramble too much and get to the business. So where is this thing? Okay, here it is. So there's many physical symptoms and mental symptoms that come after starvation. And if you hear them, then maybe you can see how similar are they to like eating disorder. And maybe you had them or have them, so you can see that this is not like the mental like eating disorder or whatever. This is just your body being starved. So physical symptoms include you are very hungry, you feel like binging, you feel like overeating, and sometimes when people restrict too long, they can actually lose their hunger. For example, when I did this like 3-day water fast, like so many times I have done it, I also felt like, oh, I'm not hungry anymore. Like, does it mean like, I don't know, I'm this like holy being and my body doesn't need food and I feel so alert or like something? But no, this is the symptom of starvation. The starvation can actually also induce like purging and other like weird food behaviors. For example, the men in the Minnesota starvation experiment, when they started to recover and eat enough again, they ate over their fullness because they developed this binging, and what they did was that they felt so sick and bad in their stomach, so they vomited. They purged. They had like bulimia basically. And this can also happen to you. It's because your body was so starved, so it binged, you overate, and then you were like panicking, like, oh my god, like what's happening? I need to get rid of this food, this is not normal, I feel so sick, and then you purge. Other thing is that you easily gain weight when you eat to fullness. And this is also because when you starve yourself, you diet, whatever, your body slows down, you slow down your metabolism, and then you don't even have to binge. You only need to start eat like normally again, and you can easily gain weight because your body is slowed down, and now it tries to conserve everything. Another thing is that you can lose your menstruation if you're a woman, you can lose your period, or it becomes very irregular, and also it means that you will have many hormonal issues. Sometimes we develop such an urge to overeat and binge, and we even eat when we can't even taste the food anymore. We don't like the food what we eat, but we still feel that we need to eat it. And it's like we can't even tell why, but we still feel that we need to eat. And you also can develop many weird like food behaviors. For example, some people, I did it in my eating disorder. For example, if there wasn't anything in the fridge, I would sometimes eat like very like weird foods. For example, like the foods that have like passed their expiration date, and and some people can even start to eat from the garbage cans. You can also have many vitamin and mineral deficiencies, for example iron, so your digestive system stops working normally. You will have many digestive issues. You can easily feel bloated, constipated, or have diarrhea. And if you eat foods again after your diet, then you feel that you become like so sensitive and you can't digest normally, maybe even the like healthy foods. You also feel very cold, you have like cold hands and feet, and this means that your metabolism is slowing down and your body system generally is slowing down because it tries to like conserve everything. It doesn't want to like burn any extra calories. And other damage is that you will have many like inside damage, what you can't see with your like eyes, and these are like organ damage and bone loss. You can develop like osteoporosis or nerve damage, and you can have like damage to your teeth and also metabolic damage, and your heart rate can drop. Also your like vital organs like the heart, lungs, ovaries lose normal function, and you can have like heart palpitations and smaller breath. And again, like constipation, your bowel movements become very irregular, and maybe you have like one bowel movement a week. Also your skin becomes very pale and ill-looking. Even when you're like skinny or you feel that you don't eat very much, you can still get very easily bloated and also have like water retention. And you will have a weak immune system, you easily get sick. And also you have slow wound healing. You will have hair loss because the starvation, also over-exercising, stress around food and eating is so stressful to your body, and no wonder we lose our hair. You will have low libido and low sex drive, and you generally feel very tired and weak, and you lose your strength because you also lose muscle. People think that when they starve themselves or diet, your body only burns fat, but it doesn't burn only fat. It will try to use like everything in your body. Another mental symptoms are that obviously you are very obsessed with foods, you think about foods all day, you will have all kinds of weird, like, I don't know, anxieties around foods, and you have like fear foods, and then you develop this weird like food rituals. And for example, the men in the Minnesota starvation experiment started to dilute their food with water, so it will appear like there is more food. And also food hoarding. If you starve yourself and there is lack of food, and then when you finally feel that enough is enough, I can't do it anymore, then you start this like food hoarding. You really want to have like this abundance of food around you, and then you will probably like binge on this food. Another mental thing is that you will have like a social withdrawal, and you become not interested in everyday life. You will lose friends, you would lose other interests, and all you want to do is like sit at home, don't do anything besides maybe like think about food all day. And you have secrecy around food. You will start to hide. You will start to lie about foods, like what you ate, what you didn't eat. Also, you will become depressed, anxious, nervous, like all the mental symptoms. And this is because of dieting. It's not because like there's something like wrong in your brain. You will also have like brain fog, you can't think clearly, and you have trouble concentrating. You will become very irritable, you will have outbursts of anger, and you become overly emotional. And you feel very tired, very exhausted. Oh, there is like so many these symptoms, like, but there's like few more. And you will have insomnia, you can't sleep. Also, you will develop like all this like body dysmorphic disorder when you diet. When you starve your body image or the view of your body becomes skewed. And sometimes if you lose weight, then you think that you are a normal weight, but just other people are too fat compared to you. And this is exactly what happened to the men in the Minnesota starvation experiment. These men didn't have any care in the world about food or their body before the experiment, but when they starved themselves and after like refeeding, they started to really like worry about their body and like body image, and they were like afraid that they will get fat if they eat enough, and their body image became very distorted. So, and like fearful of weight gain. And the men in the Minnesota experiment also said that they often felt like fat, and this is very common in eating disorder and also in recovery. So these are all the symptoms. These are not symptoms of eating disorder. Keep in mind, these are the symptoms of starvation and dieting. I hope you can now see how important it is to start the eating disorder recovery by eliminating all dieting and also the compensation. If you compensate your calories, it's the same as dieting. So I hope you like this video, and you can always let me know what you think, and I will keep you posted in like future videos. And yeah, I always like to get your questions on Tumblr. Also, you can leave them down below in the comment section, and you can subscribe to my channel, and please like the video if you felt it's like helpful, so I can spread my videos and these like ideas around to people who may need it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Ciao!